G'day all, it's Colin from PCTLC and thanks for joining me. In this video I'm going to be looking at Whonix. This is a exploration we're doing with BigDaddyLinux this week, and I just thought I'd take you through what I was doing last week. Probably all the wrong things, but this is the Whonix website, and if we just scroll down here and hit the download button there, it'll take us to another page, and I came to the Linux VirtualBox download and clicked on that one there, and it'll take you to this page here, and we click on the Whonix with XFCE, and don't do what I did, miss the big blue button there. Download Whonix XFCE and click on that one. And then as you'll see, it'll download. I'm going to cancel that. And if we have a look in my downloads and ISO folder, you will see I've got Whonix here, and it's a .ova file. Now if we have a look in VirtualBox, we've got the Whonix gateway and the Whonix workstation. The gateway has to be up and running. So this is the Whonix gateway up and running. So now what I'll do is, let's just drop that down a little bit there. Now what we'll do is we'll start up the Whonix workstation. So in order for this one to work, the gateway must be up and running. And this is the Whonix workstation. So the workstation will connect through the gateway here, I believe, is how it works. It was a bit confusing for me at first, but chatting with Aris on the Biddle Telegram group, he sort of pointed me in the right direction. Thanks, Aris. So what we can do is click on the Tor browser and go browsing. But what I've found with this is it's very slow, and things don't seem to render too well. So if I go to my website, it's my PCTLC website, we'll just open that up, and as you can see, it seems to take quite a while to open. Now I don't know whether I haven't got this set up correctly or not. Now that's taken a long time to come up, so I don't know whether I've got this configured correctly or not. Let's just shut this down and shut this one down as well. That's just to show you that yes, it is working. That's why I open this one up first. What I'm going to do is remove these two and delete it all, and that one as well, remove that and delete it all, and I'll show you how I attach this to the machine. So what we'll do is we'll make two new ones. We're going to import appliance, that's what we're going to do, from local file system, and we're just going to look for that OVA file, which is in downloads ISO. This one here, double click that and go next. Now you can adjust things here. I don't know whether anything needs to be adjusted. Now the network adapter is normally a bridged adapter I use, but doesn't look like it's using a bridged adapter there. I don't know whether that needs to be changed. Well, I don't know whether you can change anything here, to be honest, but you can probably change it after it's gone through. But I'm going to leave everything as default. I don't know if anyone else has changed anything here or not, or changed after it's been imported. Import hard drives as VDI, so that's what's going to happen. So let's import that and agree. We're agreeing twice because there's two hard drives that we're actually importing there, or two machines. And those two machines are in that one file. Okay, and as you can see, we've got the Whonix gateway and the Whonix workstation. So what we need to do here first is start up the Whonix gateway to start with, which is what I didn't do the first time. So I'm going to do this fresh and see if it changes anything. So you've got some information here, important information about this operating system, and it tells you a little bit about it, and you must click understood and click next. understood, and click next. Click finish to run system check. So this is where I had problems connecting to the internet the first time. So let's just go next and see if that works. Our Tor will be enabled and bridge is non-selected. So let's just go next and see what happens. It'll probably fail, which is what happened to me the first time. Connected to the Tor network. Okay, so I'm glad that worked. And the reason why it failed the first time, user error. So I think I started the workstation first before the gateway, and I didn't read. So it all seems to be running well. So it's saying waiting for connection. I think it's waiting for the workstation to start. So let's start the workstation and see what happens there. Okay, so let's start up this one. So it's 150 seconds or something. It's waiting up to 150 seconds. Let's get that started. And we get the same information layout here on the workstation as well. So we just need to understand, click next, click finish to run system check. So as you can see, they're both running. I'm not sure what is supposed to happen here, to be honest. Now that system check is in the is in here somewhere under system, I think, system check. You can run that if you need to run it again, but we'll just let it do its thing. So I'm assuming that this workstation is checking the gateway here, I'd have to think, which I never waited for that to happen on the first install. So synchronization result system check gave up waiting. Okay. All right. So I thought we were connected. So what we're going to do is, so we got the same error on the workstation as well. So what I'm going to do is shut this workstation down. Just having a look around the Whonix website, I've got the common Whonix CLI commands, which was under documentation. So under the Whonix documentation, you've got the first Whonix steps. If we expand that, we've got the common Whonix command line CLI commands. And then down here, we've got the updates, upgrade-non-root, or you can use the normal Debian command. Don't think the normal Debian command worked for me to start with. This thing's not connecting. It's been doing that for a while. I cancelled that. So let's just do an upgrade. What was it? Upgrade -non-root. Unable to lock. Okay, so I'm going to shut this down. Start up the gateway again. I'm not sure whether I need to change the adapters for the network on this. I'm pretty sure I tried that the first time, it didn't work. So while that's starting up, we'll just see the OS updates, upgrade-non-root, or sudo apt-get update and sudo apt-get dist upgrade. So that's the commands there. So let's just do a non-root update. Sudo, it's actually upgrade-non-root. I probably could have arrowed up on that. And the password is here. Username is user, and the password is change me. Change me. So I think that's where I got stuck last time. I think that's where Aris said to me, you need to do that update first. So that appears to be working. The internet seems to be very slow. And while that's doing its thing, just see if we can navigate back to the, let's go back to the Whonix main page and see if we can navigate our way back to this information here. So there seems to be a couple of main pages, but you've got this page here, whonix.org. Oh, this is the wiki main page, okay. And then you can go to the wiki. Whonix first steps. You can have a look at common CLI commands, open that in new tab, and you can also look at VirtualBox, how to use VirtualBox. And if we expand this, import Whonix into VirtualBox, expand that, it will explain to you exactly what I've done here. And then you've got the command line commands. So you've got all that. So it appears to be updating, but it's very slow. And we've got a, do you want to continue here to update? Yes, we'll do that. Okay, so that is the update complete. So maybe we'll just do a restart on that one and see what happens. All right, so the update is complete. So let's, I've done a restart. Let's go to system and go for the system check. That was probably in the recently used anyway, yeah, because I've tried it before. And now the system check seems to be working a lot better than before. So it seems to me that that's worked okay. So let's get the workstation up and running. I don't know if we need to update the workstation or not. I wouldn't think so. So let's try an update in this one. Upgrade dash non-root. And see what happens with this one as well. Maybe that's the problem, we haven't been doing that. And that's been downloaded, so let's click yes to continue that update. Okay, so that is the workstation updated. So I'm going to restart the workstation. Let's do that. Still very slow, the internet though. And I am on wireless, that might be another problem. I don't know if the default network is important to leave the same because of the security issues, or whether I should just change it to bridge adapter, because that normally works better for a VM. I'm not sure. If we go to system and do system check, let's do that first on the workstation as well. So I think we do the same on both. See what happens here. And the same as the other one, appears to be no errors, so that's a good thing. So let's try, where is it, the internet, the Tor browser, and see what happens there. See whether anything's any better. Still very slow to open the website, takes quite a while. All right, so it's still taking a while to load. What I might do is shut down, and let's shut down the gateway as well. I'm not sure what's going on with the gateway. It seems to be taking a while to close. Let's just force that to close, I think. Should be fine. Okay. So let's go to the gateway settings and see what the network adapter is. See, I normally have bridged, so I'll try bridged and see what happens on both. I'm not sure if this is the right thing to do. That's got internal network on that one. Maybe the gateway will leave as bridged, maybe. Let's just leave the workstation the same, but let's start up the gateway and see if that's any quicker. And if it's no quicker, I might change the workstation to bridged as well. So what I might do is just do that system check. It should be in recently used, just to make sure that that's still working or functioning through the internet. Now that doesn't appear to be working, so I may have to change that back. So let's close that, let's shut that down, and let's change it back. Let's try that again. So that's why I wasn't sure whether I should change anything regarding the network on the Whonix, unless we need, I don't know whether we need to do system check every time we start. We may have to, I'm not sure. So let's go to recently used and do another system check. See if that functions correctly. I could tell straight away after I changed the network before that it wasn't working correctly. And that hasn't taken long for it. So it looks as though we cannot change the network on that one. Possibly on the workstation we can to speed it up. So that's working fine. Let's change the workstation to, what's this one on? Network, internal network. So let's go to bridged adapter and try that. Okay, we're started up on the workstation. Let's do a system check. See if that's working or not. Seems to be taking its time to open up the system check. I'm not even sure that worked, to be honest. System check. Let's try that again. There's an error. Okay, so let's just try the network anyway, but I doubt whether it's working. I'd have to think it's not going to reach anything at all. Yep. Okay, so we need to change that. Shut that down. So I just wanted to know for sure that that only works with the settings that it came with by default, which seems to be the case. So it looks like it's just going to be a slow internet connection. I could possibly change my home network. I might try that. I might try do the it's got the what is it, the -5, which is the you got the normal 2.4 is it, and then the 5 megahertz or gigahertz or whatever it is. I could probably try changing that. Let's just do a system check again, make sure that's functioning correctly. Yep, that appears to be working fine. Let's just change the network to this one and see whether that makes any difference to the speed. It seems to be a little bit of difference there. All right, so that seems to have loaded up quite quickly. Sometimes when my son's in the study and he's using the Ethernet, then I have to be on the 2.4 gigahertz. But when he's not there, I can use the 5 gigahertz and it's a lot faster. So that appears to be working a lot quicker. So that's very handy. So if it's a bit slow for you, you can try. Yeah, that's working really quick. So you can try changing those if your modem allows you to anyway. Let's just do YouTube and see what happens there. See how quickly YouTube loads. Oh, maybe it wants nothing to do with YouTube. News.com.au, let's check that out, see if it does that. Yep, that did that all right. So youtube.com doesn't want to do that. Looks like it doesn't want to have nothing to do with YouTube. Unusual traffic from your computer network. Please try your request again later. Why did this happen? Okay, so this page appears when Google automatically detects requests coming from your computer network which appear to be in violation of terms of service. The block will expire shortly after those requests stop. This traffic may have been sent by malicious software, a browser plugin, or a script that sends automated requests. If you share your network, ask your administrator for help. Okay. All right, so I've got that running quite fast. It's pretty speedy. I might actually try another website to see if that works fine. Tor browser's doing an update. been updated. Okay, so let's go to ple.com.au, which is a place where I buy computer equipment at times. See if that loads okay. So the speed of that is acceptable anyway. I'm happy with that. So it seems as though Whonix doesn't remember much of what you do as far as the browser is concerned. So let's open that back up again. Tor browser, and it pretty much doesn't remember anything that you search for. So this is meant to be a security type machine. So that's Whonix Workstation. Let's have a quick look at what's in here to start with. You can just have a quick look. You can pause that if you want. Internet. Multimedia. Other. And some settings. So not a lot in there. And then you've got system as well. So let's shut that down. And we'll also shut down the gateway as well. So who is this Whonix for? Well, software that can anonymize everything you do online. So if you want to be completely anonymous, it looks like this is the way to go. If you're paranoid about your banking and all that sort of thing, you can run it on Windows, Linux, Mac OS, Cubes, KVM, obviously VirtualBox. So Linux, run it with VirtualBox. So I don't know how it runs in Windows. So you could probably use this possibly to do your banking and visit websites that you don't want tracking you and all that sort of thing. When I'm doing my banking, I use the ICE program from Peppermint, which allows you to do your banking within its own app, and it's contained. So I do it that way. Whether that's good enough or not, I don't know whether you can really, besides doing this sort of thing here, anonymize yourself as much on any operating system, to be honest, because when you're on the internet, how secure are you? Don't know. I try my best to take responsible steps in most cases, but you still got to enjoy your computing experience, I suppose. Just depends how far you want to take being anonymous on the internet, I suppose, and everyone's different from that perspective. So that was Whonix. I'm no expert at this, just having a look around. It's our exploration for BigDaddyLinux this week. So that might help somebody. I'm going to try and upload this video pretty quickly, and maybe it might help somebody who wants to give it a try. This video might be able to help you out with some information. So that was Whonix. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you found it interesting and informative, and thanks for watching.